Today's Toy Spot, we're having a look at the Hasbro Transformers Generation Skrapnel and Reflector. Celebrating 30 years of Transformers, I'm happy to see actually that we're getting Legends class figures of some of the original Generation 1 toys. In this case, we are getting Skrapnel, coming to us as Skrapnel, and also includes a little mini-con, a little, almost like a Target Master Reflector. Transformation and conversion is level 1, super easy. It's recommended for ages 5 and up, and it comes to us from the folks over at Hasbro. Luckily, Spot finally found these in local retail. I picked up this guy as well as Cosmos. On the back of the package, you can transform Skrapnel from insect mode to robot, and you can transform Reflector into camera mode as well as gun. There is a bio down below showing you their breakdown. Fire Blast, Skrapnel apparently is quite high, whereas Intelligence, Reflector is very high. Your read-up says Reflector and Skrapnel are always on the lookout. Reflector uses his lens to steal Autobot secrets for long range. The Insecticon Skrapnel is also on the lookout, searching for the next victim of his supercharged electric current blasts. For more, you can head over to Transformers.com. You can also head over to Hasbro.com as well. Spot's going to take a break, get this opened up. I certainly can't wait. Always been a fan of the Insecticons. Going to get this opened up, and when we come back, we're going to get a better look at Skrapnel and Reflector. There's more heading your way, guys. Don't go anywhere. Stay tuned. So let's have a look at Reflector first. I mean, he's not bad, but there's not a lot to them. And really, I guess that could be said for a lot of the little Target Master guys that are coming with the Generations toys. There's not a whole heck of a lot going on with them. He does have some arm articulation. You can move their Reflector's arms this way. But to transform him into camera, surprisingly, you just fold the arms down and you kind of just flip him upside down. There he is in his camera mode. And it looks good as a camera. Of the two modes, I think it looks a little bit better in camera mode than it does in weapons mode. It at least looks like a camera. Whereas to transform him into his gun mode, you pull this out, this springs forward, and you just bring this down for the handle. And it's all right, but it's nothing spectacular. It kind of looks like a crossbow. If you want, you can kind of bring these forward, and it looks more like a claw, like a little pincher claw, which I think looks a little bit better, especially the fact that you're adding him with a Skrapnel here. That it makes more sense that he would have a claw versus a gun. I mean, really, for that matter, I don't know if I would say it makes sense that he has like a camera. I don't see Skrapnel really necessarily having a camera, but I'm glad that they included it. If this is the only way that we get eventually a Reflector, and I say Reflector, but Reflector, it as a little small homage to the original Generation 1 toy, sure, okay, I get it. It's a little camera. Putting that to the side, Skrapnel, I think, is a little more impressive. Now, he seems small. He is a Legends class figure, but really, truth be told, Spot has, or used to have at least, his original Insecticons. I had all of them and kind of kicked myself that I got rid of them. But, Skrapnel, the original Generation 1 Insecticon, really wasn't all that much bigger or smaller than this. It was about that same size. I think it was a little bit wider, but size-wise, it's about the same as what we're getting here with the with the Legends class figure. It's a really nice homage to the original Generation 1 toy. His pinchers can slightly open, more so really due to its transformation. Color scheme is exactly the same as the original toy. Also has its Decepticon logo there up at the top. I mean, he's a nice looking insect, a little stag beetle insect. For your transformation, it's not all that complicated. I mean, this is an easy transformation. You just pop the legs down, bring those down. This will, these actually I think swing around, and these swing around as well. Take then the feet, move them forward, and then take the arms, and the arms are clipped. I don't know if you guys can see it. Clipped right there. There's a little peg here and a little notch right under his arm. Just unhinge that, bring these around his arms, bring them around, and you can just kind of straighten them out like so. Take this whole section, and it's kind of neat the way they do that. Take this whole section here, unhinge this, well, kind of just move it back, take the waist section here and just bring it together like you're making a peanut butter and jelly sandwich. Bring the peanut butter and the jelly together, and that's where you get all the love. Then separate these, and think you bring these arms back like so, just to kind of get them out of the way, and then just make sure the head fully then sticks forward, and that's pretty much it. That's all that's involved for Skrapnel here. He has arm articulation. He's got some nice ball joints in the forearms, nice ball joints in the shoulder sockets there as well. Yeah, he's a fun little toy. Spot gets really excited when it comes to Legends class figures because there's the size of them. There's something that you can kind of just pick up and play, take them with you on the go. I don't know, do you do that anymore? You take a Transformer with you to go and you kind of just play with it, like you're going to Nana's house or something. But you know, he's a good size. He is a good representation of Skrapnel, and there's his face right there. Again, it's a nice looking toy. I got absolutely no gripes whatsoever with it. It's a fun toy, and I'm happy to see that we're getting Insecticons again. If we can hopefully get like a Kickback and Bombshell in their own respected whatever names they want to end up coming up with for those names, I definitely would be very excited to pick those up. And revisiting, I'm just getting him to stand up straight here. Revisiting Reflector again. Just get him back into his gun mode. This, again, just fold this back. That springs forward. And yeah, let's do the claw for this guy. Take the back section, fold that down, and clip it into his hand. And there you have Skrapnel with Reflector in gun mode. Yeah, it's alright. You can unhinge that. And actually in insect mode too, it pegs onto the back of Skrapnel. I just didn't show you that. Articulation on Skrapnel, just surprisingly, his head does rotate. For the fact that you really have to kind of get in there to move it, it does rotate still. Has a nice ball socket shoulder, ball socket arms, legs, quite a bit of movement. Hinge knees as well, and slight pivot in the foot, really only due to its transformation. But yeah, like it a lot. Spot picked up Skrapnel here, also picked up Cosmos, and getting excited for picking up Transformers again. Legends class figures kind of really got me more into it, because again, they're just small, they're very easy to transform. I mean, level 1 transformation, you can't beat that. Ideal for kids. I'm loving these. Generation 1 Skrapnel coming to us now in the 30 years later, I guess 30 years of Transformers. We're having a look today's Toy Spot, we're having a look at Skrapnel and Reflector. Reflector, not so good in gun mode, but at least, you know, camera mode's not so bad. And, you know, there he is right there. But the real draw for me is Skrapnel here. Fantastic toy. Stay tuned, guys. Spot's going to have more Toy Spots heading your way, more Transformers spots heading your way. Thanks for watching. I'll see you next time.